Here's one area that I think a lot of DIY wills necessarily fall apart. You can draft the most fantastic, elaborate document, but if you do not execute it properly in terms of the requirements of the law, it is invalid. And therefore, whatever you want to happen to your Bitcoin will become null and void. Now, the requirements vary by jurisdiction, but generally speaking, you need two independent witnesses. In other words, those are witnesses who are not beneficiaries to witness you signing the will in their presence. You need to be of sound mind when you're making it. You need legal capacity. You need to understand what you're doing and the consequences of what you're doing. But other than that, it's a relatively straightforward process, but you need to make sure that you nail this one. Otherwise, your efforts will be in vain. And a quick side note, do not do this all by hand. Handwritten wills are only valid in a small number of jurisdictions, and even then, it's limited to specific circumstances. Get this one typed up properly, print it out, and sign by hand. That way, you'll be saving yourself a ton of headaches in the future. And I'll remind you what's at stake here. If you do not have a valid will, whatever you intend to happen with your Bitcoin is irrelevant. And so the state rules, the default rules relating to your assets will apply, and that may or may not align with your wishes. I don't know many Bitcoiners who want the state to get involved in determining how their Bitcoin is distributed. So do yourself a favor and take the signing part of your will very seriously.